New developments in a weekend shooting in Pullman. We now know the victim is a WSU football player, and court documents show the suspect has ties to the University of Washington. What else we have learned?
Fall starts today, but we have summer-like weather dominating the forecast.
The Trump administration announced today it is linking autism with Tylenol use during pregnancy. More on the claim that many doctors dispute. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Tonight we are learning new details about the Pullman shooting that happened over the weekend. It happened early Sunday morning at an off-campus apartment. KREM 2's Regan Gallo joins us live in the newsroom tonight with what we've learned so far. Regan?
Well, right now, Pullman police say they have been unable to locate a suspect who was involved in a shooting that left a WSU freshman football player with a gunshot wound. Officials say there is a warrant out for the arrest of 20-year-old Ja'Cory Buchanan. Pullman PD believe Buchanan could be in the Seattle area. Whitman County court documents say the Pullman Police Department responded to a call at Aspen Heights Apartments at about 1:45 a.m. Sunday morning, where they found a 19-year-old Sonny Falialo with a gunshot wound in his abdomen. We confirmed from a WSU football roster that Falialo is a freshman red-shirted football player. Court documents say that Wazoo student was at a party serving as a security following the Apple Cup football game. The documents state Falialo got into not one, but two fights with the suspect, Buchanan, during the evening. According to the court documents, both fights were a result of Buchanan getting into altercations with women at the party. Those same documents say during the second fight, Falialo was trying to hold the suspect to the ground when he was shot by Buchanan. Pullman police told me over the phone that an arrest warrant has been issued for Buchanan. He's wanted for assault in both the first and fourth degree. They say they believe he is in the Seattle area because a rental car matching a vehicle description was returned to SeaTac. Pullman police report the WSU student is in stable condition and is expected to make a full recovery. Pullman police also told us that Buchanan is in the University of Washington database. We have reached out to the university to confirm if he is a current student. As of now, authorities are asking for the public for information about the incident and the suspect. I'm reporting in the newsroom, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
Regan, thank you very much. Jimmy Kimmel Live is returning to ABC tomorrow. The Disney-owned network pulled Kimmel off the air because of comments he made after the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Gwen Baumgartner has the late-breaking details tonight.
Disney issued a statement on Monday announcing Jimmy Kimmel Live will be back on the air in its regular time slot Tuesday night. The company says it spent the last several days having thoughtful conversations with Kimmel before deciding to resume the long-running late-night show. ABC suspended Kimmel indefinitely following comments he made about the shooting death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Disney says it made the move last week to, quote, avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country, and that the company felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. Kimmel's suspension and subsequent comments from the FCC chairman sparked a free speech debate and protest by TV writers and producers, including a rally earlier Monday in front of the Los Angeles theater where Kimmel tapes his show. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Now to an update on some of our top stories. The Army released the identities of the 4 soldiers killed in a helicopter crash near Olympia last week. 2 of the soldiers who died are from our area. The U.S. Army Special Operations Command identifies them as 25-year-old Sergeant Donovan Scott from Tacoma, Washington, and 23-year-old Sergeant Jadalyn Good from Mount Vernon. Also killed in the crash were 39-year-old Army Chief Warrant Officer Andrew Krause from Sanibel, Florida, and 35-year-old Army Chief Warrant Officer Andrew Coley from Sparta, Missouri. The helicopter crashed during a training exercise in a wooded area 1 mile east of Summit Lake. The cause of the crash is under investigation. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is offering $1,500 for information about an explosive found near schools in Okanogan County. This past Thursday, a woman found the improvised explosive on a path near Tenasket High School. If you have any information, you are asked to call that number right there on your screen. All right, let's talk weather now with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy the Goose standing by in the Outdoor Weather Center on this first official day of fall. Jeremy showed up with his pumpkin spice latte today to celebrate.
I did not, but I did show up with a hot coffee today, believe it or not. Mark, hot take right now. pumpkin spice is overrated. No, I'm kidding. That's not my hot take. My hot take is 68 degrees is perfect. It feels fantastic out here. All summer long, I've been waiting to feel like this, and 68 degrees is it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're pretty close to that across much of the inland Northwest. Central Washington in the 70s, it is perfect. However, do expect it to get cold tonight. That's what happens when you top out in the upper 60s under clear skies with a nice long night for those temperatures to drop. Hanging valleys in northeast Washington and North Idaho have the potential to fall back into the 30s. That's when you have places like Sandpoint at 40, Newport at 42, Deer Park and Colville in the low 40s. You just get away from those city centers just a little bit and you're gonna have some cooler temperatures. That's why we're under those frost advisories. By tomorrow afternoon, though, we're warmer than today and by a long shot. About 10 degrees warmer just about everywhere across the region. We're back in the upper 70s or low 80s, depending on where you are. If you want the 80s, wait one more day. By Wednesday, widespread 80s across the inland Northwest and staying that way Thursday before things start changing later this week.
All right, sounds good. Jeremy will check back in with you later in the show. Coming up tonight, the Moscow School District asking the Idaho Supreme Court to strike down a new law on school vouchers. Why they say it's unconstitutional. Coming up next. And the Trump administration announces a link between autism and Tylenol. Why many doctors are disputing that claim in just 10 minutes.